Truck drivers definitely need to be more respected in the industry. I keep hearing of drivers just feeling like they're not being very much respected. They're not even really noticed. We can see it out on the roads when we're driving, people cutting off truck drivers, people not giving them the space that they deserve to slow down big rigs, at an appropriate speed and in an appropriate way. And this has been causing a lot of problems for people that are in the line of trucking that do hold a commercial driver's license. And that's just one of the things that drivers deal with. What about when they go into a shipper and the shipper has a big sign that says driver needs to bring their own pen, driver needs to wear safety boots just to talk to us. Driver needs to sign in and sit at a couch until we get them offloaded. They cannot speak to anyone else. They cannot go to the bathroom. They cannot use the bathroom. They cannot even go use it to wash their hands, let alone anything else. This type of disrespect has got to stop from that perspective as well. Now, yes, we can talk about freight brokers as well, especially the mega brokers and the way they deal with truckers, the way that they have absolutely no respect, no understanding. They did not educate themselves. And quite frankly, they don't care. They don't care about operating costs. They don't care that an owner operator has 25,000 million, trillion, billion, gazillion expenses that they have to pay. Their overall goal is bottom line, let's make sure that we're profitable and make sure that our profit is consistently 20%, and let's try every chance that we get that up to 30, 40, 50% of whatever the freight value is, that is the freight charge value is, to move the load from point A to point B. So there has been a lot of disrespect thrown towards drivers in that manner as well. And between drivers as well, between truck drivers as well. I don't want to say there's a battle between, old mentality and new mentality, or old school versus new school. But I'm definitely on the side of old school when it comes to respect, honor, integrity, and the way they carry themselves. Every time I've talked to an older gentleman that has been in the game for a long time, 30 years, 40 years, and so on and so forth, or 20 years and above, it's just a different mentality, the way they speak to you, even as a broker. There's a lot of yes, sir, no, sir. You hear the respect. You hear that the way they were brought up is different from the way this job is being performed right now. I was listening to a gentleman talk about how if back in the 70s and 80s you were to break down on the side of the road, there's a different approach to it. An old school driver from back then would have pulled over. There would have been one of them, at least one, so at least one, to pull over and say, do you need any assistance? And sometimes they would help you out. They would even give you their spare tire if you were to be broken down on the side of the road because of a blown out tire. They would give you their spare tire and then go with you to the nearest truck stop and actually share a meal with you. And there was a human interaction between drivers as well. From what I hear right now out on the roads, it's not so much that. Every man for himself, dog eat dog world out there, right? So from this perspective as well, the industry has changed a lot, and I look at truck drivers just the way I look at pilots. When I see a pilot, there's a lot of respect that comes from me, the way I was raised, the way my parents taught me to treat these professionals that get us from point A to point B and get things that we need, necessities from point A to point B in such a light. So, and I hope we return to that as soon as possible, right? Truck drivers are responsible for getting shipments to our grocery stores safely and on time. Our goods are delivered to us in a temperature controlled vehicle, and it's carefully monitored by truck drivers. And this ensures that the food that we bring home to our families is safe to eat. Our essential needs are met because truck drivers deliver goods to grocery stores and restaurants efficiently and safely. What about the oil and gas industry? The oil and gas industry depends on truck drivers for the safe transportation of fuel. Truck drivers have the skills and experience to ensure petroleum gets to customers safely. Drivers also maintain delivery schedules so companies can receive their products on time. And these deliveries help our companies and our everyday lives run more smoothly and ensure that essential vehicles can get to emergencies in time as well. Drivers are also there to deliver essentials like medication, medical equipment to hospitals. And without medical supplies, the healthcare workers wouldn't be able to care for patients and save lives, respectively. You know? And in addition to this, they connect businesses, they connect the entire world, they help bring the world closer, helping them share ideas and make plans for an innovation where companies, technologies are connecting by the distribution, transportation of parts and components and electrical parts and components and plastics and metals and the whole 9 yards, as they would say. And businesses are able to order supplies from anywhere in the world because of the time management and safe driving skills of respective truck drivers. And in addition to this, truck drivers transport the supplies, materials, equipment needed to complete construction projects, whether it's roads or buildings or tunnels or bridges. This integral role of a truck driver helps communities to grow, and in case of natural disasters, guess who's there to help save the day? Truck drivers as well, respectively. And they do make up a very large portion of the actual workforce. And in addition to this, they help in moments of need all across the board. So for freight brokers to disrespect carriers or disrespect truck drivers, respectively, is not the right approach. For truckers, the new school truckers to disrespect old school truckers is not the right approach. Okay, we need to start also in the classroom right away. It needs to be mandatory to teach our kids from small legs, so to speak, from elementary school, from the essential learnings from grade kindergarten up to grade 8. Minimum. It should actually be a part of the curriculum to make sure that everybody understands the importance of trucks before they get out of high school. And in detailed manners as well. Not just some God bless truck drivers and that's it. That's all we talk about. There should be a real life application as to why logistics is important and why truck drivers are important. And I am getting absolutely frustrated with the amount of times that truck drivers get disrespected across the board, whether it's a shipper, consignee, border, you name it, truck parking, a fueling station, or the truck stop or fuel stop in as a whole. It's getting out of hand from that perspective. So there's a lot of things that we need to fix. What would you guys say are big issues in the industry that we need to fix? And do you have a plan? Aside from the issue itself, would you have an idea on how to fix the plan? Can we get a conversation started to fix this plan or to fix this issue, right? The whole point of this video is to share the importance of truck drivers to all of you that end up watching this. And hopefully that you can share this with your children and with your cousins and aunts and uncles, grandmas and grandpas that maybe never thought of trucks the way we should think of trucks or the way that we should think of truck drivers respectively, right? There's something pretty cool about them, and hopefully you guys can all understand that they are very important to the way we live. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, a comment, and a share. Or please just have a discussion with me in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with me. Let me know why. I would love to have a debate with any of you if you feel that truck drivers shouldn't be respected, for example. Let me know why. I'd like to hear your perspective as to in what world would it be okay to, shamelessly just treat them the way they're being treated at the moment. Thank you very much, people. Have a great day, and looking forward to more conversations, more comments, and more interactions on this channel. So, cheers.